All right, welcome into this week's study ball. And I told you guys that I was really enjoying watching Jalen Hurts play the quarterback position and to see the growth that he's made this year. Unbelievable playmaker, but throw all the playmaking aside and let's just talk about playing the quarterback position and having a feel for the quarterback position. That is why their team is undefeated right now. Great playmaker, they've got a good team, but he's playing the quarterback position really, really well. Knows what he's looking at and is making good decisions and big plays off of it. So let's take a look at the tape. Let's enjoy what Jalen Hurts is doing early in his career. All right, here we go. First play we call double seam. So we're going to run stops on the outside. Okay, stops on the outside. And then we're going to run seams on the inside. Okay, you guys know I'm a stickler for detail, so we're going to talk about some of the details. So here, if we get middle closed, one safety in the middle of the field, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to go 2-on-1. These two seams inside off of that free safety. Then if we get a carry with the outside linebacker on the seams, then we work out here to our twos on the outside down to our check down. Okay? So that's what we've got here. If we get middle close with just as middle close right here, we'll talk about middle open, too high in a second. So you see right here, does a nice job of coming back, realizing where his issues are, holding the safety in the middle of the field. Probably could have gone to either seam here and decides to come back to Dallas Goedert, okay? Now, you're going to look at the surface and go, oh, we missed one. You're starting with a miss right here. And again, it happened early in the game, so it was the first play that I pulled out, and yeah, it's a miss. But here's what I want you to know. It's details. Why I talk about details are so important. When we have a middle safety, the key on double seams is to hold width, okay? We want to hold width so we can stretch this safety and make him cover as much ground as possible. We never want to bend these seams against a middle close look. Against a middle open look, yeah, we'll bend inside the safety if the safety's over our head, but with safety in the middle of the field, we never want to bend. So I want you to watch here. What does Dallas Goedert do? He starts to bend and go here. Where does this throw go? Right down the inside of the numbers where Jalen Hurts is saying, I am trying to protect you. I'm trying to throw it where I'm supposed to throw it. Don't bend. Why are we bending back into the safety? Here's the soft spot in cover 3. Here's the soft spot. They were there initially, stay there. Okay? You got to avoid this guy, but stay up that seam, and we got a possible completion right there off of a good read by Jalen Hurts. Details, details, details. All right, here we go. We're just going to run double slant combination here, and then I believe it is what we call popcorn over here. All right, so in this particular look, what we're looking for if we've got the double slants at the top, what I'm really looking for is, do I have one defender inside or do I have two? Is there another guy that comes out here and takes away a slant? So if we get two guys inside, we don't like this play because we got two guys going inside. They've got one for each of them. If I only get the one guy inside, so this guy's not popping out, I only get one guy inside, now I read it inside out and I go. They want to bring pressure, okay? They want to bring pressure. Here, I've also got one-on-one down on the bottom if I like it, okay? So you'll see. Come here, look. They bring all of these guys. How many guys do we have over here? We got one guy inside. So boom, I can read 1 to 2 right here because nobody popped out. I have nobody underneath it, and that's what he does right here. Probably could have hit the inside one if he wanted it, but hits the outside one on time. Nice play, almost a first down. You can see the other side too. They bring an all-out blitz here. So you see the other side, and he's got options if he decided to go to this side off of the pressure. You see it. Guys open all over the place. We got options if we want it. Nice job right there of understanding, hey, they bring pressure underneath. The one guy over there, I can read it to that top side. All right. Okay, these are the things that I continue want to see Jalen get better at is understanding when he's got pressure, where his quick throws off of pressure, and where his issues are off of pressure. And again, looks like They're trying to snap this quick, so he may not have had a handle on exactly where the protection was going, but you're going to see they bring pressure over here. That guy becomes a hot or a free guy with an out right here. Would love to see him understand where his issues are off of that play fake, see it right there, and then just take the easy hot because he's got this hot guy coming here, and he's got to bail because of it. See pressure, attack pressure. One thing, he hasn't seen a lot of this stuff. I want to see him get better at that stuff, is understanding where his hot issues are and then where his hot answers are. Okay, so here we got to bail and throw this thing away when he's got an easy opportunity. If he just understands this guy's the free hitter, and we're just going to try to replace there, and then we can work to the shallow from there. Okay, but good job throwing it away, right? Hey, don't make a bad play worse. You miss something, it's going to happen. You're going to miss some hots. You're going to miss some pressure, especially in this day and age. Hey, don't try to force it. Go ahead, throw the football away and live for another down, especially when your team's playing really, really good football. Hey, you don't have to make every single play. Be smart with the football. Love this one right here. So we're going to run this here, and we're going to come this way. Then we're going to come over the top and run kind of a deep over influence back pylon throw. And then we're going to release somebody out here to the flat. Okay, so as we come off of this play fake, we're going to get cover two. So they're going to rotate back to cover two. So I'm really reading this guy right here. Okay, if that guy widens or jumps A.J. Brown, who's going down the sideline, then I'm going to put this throw up over the top of him. Okay? This guy gets depth and holds. Then I'm going to read this flat defender. He stays down. I'm going to take it A.J. over the top. He gets depth. We're going to replace here with Dallas. Okay? So that's the read. Cut it in half. Look at the safety. Okay? What's the safety doing? What's the safety doing? He's getting depth, and he's going to start to turn his hips inside to Devontae. Okay? This corner stays down. Here's our hole shot. Love it. Good read. Knows where his eye's supposed to be. Boom. Hit it right in that window. Good idea. All right, we missed the throw. Okay? Would have loved to have seen, again, details. I'd love to see AJ understand that that's the issue and get out here on the sideline. Get width out here because we're trying to stretch this guy and make him cover as much ground as possible. Because if he widens to come get me, feel like we've got space to throw it over the top. He gets depth. Now I'm just keeping myself in the throw as far away from him as possible. You see AJ kind of falls in here a little bit more and makes this a little harder throw because the safety's involved. Just get width. Just get width. You got all this width to the sideline. Stretch that guy right there, and we might get a completion right here. But I love what Jalen's doing. I love his eyes. I love him seeing the body language of the safeties and then making good, quick decisions, especially on the second level. Love this right here. Okay, so we're on this in here, and we're running what we call 7 stops. So we're pushing to the corner, which is a 7, running a stop, and then we've got a flat off of it. So what we're reading to see if the corner's soft. If the corner's soft, then we are going to high-low the outside linebacker, okay, with this 7 stop, almost like a curl, and a flat. He gets width, throw 7 stop. He gets depth, throw the flat, okay? Love Jalen right here, how he works him, okay? He's patient at the top. He gets to the top, right? If we freeze it right when he gets to the top of the drop, okay, this guy is sitting inside, could have very easily taken this flat right here. It would have been a good throw. We complete that. We throw the ball out in front of him. We get a nice play down the sideline. But he's got patience here as he takes an extra hitch knowing he's got time, and he gets movement by this guy, and you see him. He's loaded up and ready to throw this right behind his ear. Bang. Throwing for the first down. Ball on the money. Love it. Good read. Again, had either one of those guys, but patience. And here's what we always say. As long as you don't have pressure, okay, this is the one you want to be on time to because you can always be a little bit later to the flat. Why can I be a little bit later to the flat? Because if I'm throwing it to the flat, I've already realized that this guy, the only guy left, is taking away the 7 stop. So if he's taking it away, there's nobody I have to beat with this flat throw. right? There's nobody out there because I'm reading that guy that's got to take him. So I can be a little more patient trying to get that stop and then recover into the flat if I want to, even though he would have been fine getting it to the flat quickly. Another good decision, right? He's seeing the field. He knows where his eyes are going, and he's making plays off of it. Okay. So we've got a little concept right here. We're going to run a post, and we can call this a wheel or a bullet. Then we're going to bring the shallow over here to this. Okay. So if I get any kind of corner off look over here, if I want, I can read that post to the wheel and then recover to the shallow. On the other side, we're going to run a corner and a flat right here. Okay, so again, we can pick our shot depending on what we're looking at on a particular play. Okay, this particular look, I know I got this guy falling here, this guy that's in a position to fall on the wheel, this guy that's in a position to cover the shallow, and I've got a cover two roll, so safety high and corner down here. And so what Jalen understands is, because of that, I get a high-low right here. I get a high-low with that corner, and then we're going to come back here, and I think we're going to run an angle here. But he comes out and he understands safety's high. Okay, so I just need to see the corner. If I can get the corner to hold it all right there. Look at that. Look at the timing, right? He sees the space. He understands the safety's deep. See the body language. Quarterbacks, see the body language. Body language, the hips, right, are parallel to the line of scrimmage. Hips are parallel to the line of scrimmage. He's got to flip all the way around to stop this corner out. Once I get his hips parallel to the line of scrimmage, I know he is not getting this football if I throw it up and over him. I've got space from the safety. Look at that. Great timing. See it? Up and over. Up and over. What's the corner got to do? Got to flip his hips and try to turn and spin. Not going to make it. As long as you got space from the safety. Great throw. Love the feel. Ball's out. Another big play. Setting up a touchdown. Okay. Play we call pylon. Here, going to the back pylon. Running an over. Okay, so we're going to flood that side. We're going to chip, and we're going to go to the flat. Okay, so read starts off of this corner. If this corner hesitates, we go up top and we take our touchdown. Okay, this safety gets depth, then the read comes down to the outside linebacker to that side. So you're going to watch. There it is. Body language again. Body language, his hips are turned perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. He is bailing and getting out of there. Okay, when I see that, unless I see a quick hesitation, get your eyes down low. Does he jump the flat? Does he fall back for the over? Even here, we got pressure coming. He sees it, right? You see his body language. Watch Jalen's body language. Body language sets up over here as he's looking at this guy and he's working this guy to jump the flat. This guy I already looked at, he's bailing out of there. Boom. There's your overthrow. Another chunk throw. Guy in his face. Delivers on the money. 22 more yards. All right. I want to show you this because this to me is what growth is all about. Okay. We're going to run a corner. We're going to run a flat. And then we're basically going to go kind of with our double seam or all go concept over here. All right. So what are we doing? We get a two high shell again. You see this? Two high shell, two high shell. Okay. So what we're usually looking at here is I'm going to read this safety initially. If that safety gets depth, then it simply becomes a high-low right here off of this corner. If this safety, instead of getting depth back here, if this safety squeezes this and jumps that corner out, now this is where we work back to our double seams and we possibly get this big shot up over the top of the safety. Okay, so this is a 2-minute situation, so he sees it. Okay, he's reading the backside safety. Backside safety is out of there. He's gone. Eyes come right here. Okay, eyes come right here. Now, I just want you to watch how this plays out. Okay, right there, I think he's I think he's got the corner right there. Again, body language, okay? Parallel to the line of scrimmage right there. He's not making this play. Safety's out of there. He's got the corner throw right here. But just want you to watch it, okay? So he kind of feels like he's getting baited. This guy's kind of falling and then ends up turning his hips back late. If he's on time like the other one, he's got this corner all day long. But instead, okay, he's going to check it down and take the flat and get a completion, okay? Why am I showing you that? Because the very next play, they run the same thing. Very next play, they run the same thing, okay? Fool me once, it's on you. Fool me twice, it's on me. Same look, same look. He gets back, watch Jalen this time, right? I just saw it, I know it. Boom, ball's out. There it is, right? Look at it. He's learning. Don't make the same mistake twice. Understand what you just saw. Memory bank it, quarterbacks. Memory bank what you saw. Look at that, I love it. Man, I love it. Watch it again. Memory bank it. I saw it. I probably could have had the corner before. Not that it was a bad decision, but I'm ready for it this time. I get back, I get set, I hit the corner up over the top. Well done, Jalen Hurts. Okay, we talked about the seam earlier. Okay, so now we're going to run the seam again. Okay, so we're going to run the seams. Okay, and again, usually these stops on the outside, if you get a rolled corner, they turn in to go routes. So we can work 2-on-1s off of this guy. So it turns into a go route because we get roll. We can work 2-on-1 off of these guys, inside out on either side if we want it. Okay, so here we go. We get the two highs. Okay, now this is what we talked about. Okay, middle closed, keep them wide. Middle open, now we can bend. We want to bend and get inside these safeties. So if they squeeze to us, because they have to if they're going to cover us, it opens up the outside ones. So now we bend it. We bend it to, once again, force this guy to cover as much ground as possible. When the safety's in the middle of the field, we stay wide to force him to cover as much ground as possible, right? Understand? We're attacking that safety and we're forcing him to cover ground, okay? So here's what I would have liked to have seen right here. Once we see cover two, usually looking at this Mike linebacker, okay? This Mike linebacker, a lot of teams will play Tampa, but he opens up to the field and starts to get depth on that side, work backside, right? Because now, again, body language says he can't spin and take the inside seam. So once he opens there, work backside, go 2-on-1 off of the safety, and this safety is out of there. So once that guy's out of there, here's your throw right there, a big throw down the middle of the field. Jalen bails a little bit quickly here for me. See the Mike linebacker, and this Mike linebacker doesn't even get a lot of depth, so we probably could wrap that one and work the front side if he wanted to. But I like it when body language goes that way, work opposite him, and now we could high-low this linebacker right here. If he happens to carry and chase, dump it down to your back, but he's got a shot right there at a big chunk play in this 2-minute drive. Don't get impatient, okay? It's one thing he's done so much better this year is reading things out, not getting impatient. I know he's a playmaker, and I know he makes a lot of plays this way, but look at that shot. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. He hits that, boom, they are rocking and rolling inside the red zone. And again, makes a positive play. It's what I love about it, okay? Yeah, you didn't see it, okay? Yeah, you might not have read it perfectly, but he's not making bad plays off of that. He's finding something positive to do with the football. This might have been my favorite play that he had all weekend, or all game. Okay, we're going to run a shallow right here. We're going to run a curl route. We're going to run a flat route. The other thing I like is I love these concepts. These concepts are giving him options and making it easy for him to understand what he's doing. On the backside, we're going to run double post. Double post with a shallow. Okay, so the shallow's coming there. If I read this double post side and I've got that outside post, and then I don't like it, drop it down to my shallow. Okay, if I like the curl, if I get 2-on-2 to the top side, I can just read curl flat like we talked about before. Okay, but I got middle closed. Once I got middle closed, I'm saying to myself, I really like the posts. Okay, because I know he can only take one. He takes that one, I throw the other one. He stays high, I take the underneath one. But what do I have to worry about on this double post is not the free safety, but I have to worry about this backside guy. If this backside guy falls off because we don't have anything going deep, he can end up covering this, and then safety can fall back and cover that. So the first thing I have to do is I have to verify this backside. So what Jalen does once he gets middle close is, look at him. Eyes, where are his eyes? Eyes over here. He's coming out and he's looking at that corner. That corner bails, it's simply going to become a curl, flat read off of the outside linebacker. So you see it right there, okay? There's the curl flat read. He takes the flat. I could take this curl right here all day if he wanted to, right? He can stick that on him right there. Good read, especially down in the red zone. We don't have to force it over the top, but what does he do? Understands he's got middle close. Watch the corner. He gets the corner right there to settle, and once he gets him to settle, now he's going to replace him up over the top with the influence post or the inside post. Love it. I mean, beautiful. Could take the curl, sees him settle, boom, ball's up over the top, on time, knows what he's looking at. Bingo, touchdown. Okay, here we go with another one. Okay, so it's basically a double seam or double go combination once again. Okay, coming off of the play fake right here, trying to pull these linebackers up. So normally when you're using that play action, you really, even though we could work this free safety, right? Either way, when we come off of that play action, we really try to look to the play action side first because that happens quicker. I get these guys to pull up and now I can drive this throw a little bit quicker off of that free safety, knowing that there's no safety in that mix. So right here, boom, get the play fake. I know safety's out of there, so now it really becomes a read off of this guy. If we feel him squeeze, we could go to the go on the outside, but we're always reading inside out, so we're not passing it up because some people might say, it's safe, or that corner starts to chase him. Doesn't matter. What Jalen sees is right there, it's open. Boom, stick it on him. Stick it on him, on his body, protect him, get the ball out. Don't wait for something else to come open. Quarterbacks, I'm always going to say this. Your first read is open, throw it to him. Okay? Don't think, well, the other guy might be more open. Nope. You don't know what's going to happen with your second read. If your first read says throw it, throw it. Throw it. Great job right here. Boom. Ball's out, sticks it on him, understands the big picture, and gets another 17-yard completion. Love this. So this is a form of mesh. Okay, so mesh is the shallow and the shallow. If we get man-to-man, we're trying to get a rub for one of our shallows. Okay, and I love this because they're going to push down, and instead of running him across or running him to the middle as most people do, they're going to run him back on a corner. I believe we got a big in over here. So we've got all kinds of options. Okay, we got all kinds of options. Play fake, I believe over here. Let's see what the back does on this one. Oh, the back staying to the other side. Okay, so you see it. So we've got options. Backs going this way. We've got one shallow coming this way. We got a big in. So we've got opportunities to read this high-low here and then work to our number 3 on our back if we want. If we get zone, if we get man, we can read that rub right there and try to get the rub in man and work these other things. Or we can see the big picture. And what do we see? Once again, see the big picture. He's looking, right? He sees that we're getting man, so he's reading this hide right here. He knows he's got a corner route right there. He likes the matchup right there. All he's got to make sure is this guy doesn't fall off. If that guy falls off, we're going to come back here and we're going to read our shallows. That guy jumps his guy. As you get man right here, boom. He loves it, loves it. We sell it in here. We cross over. Look at this. Boom. He's got late pressure. He's got late pressure, but he's waiting for it. He understands how much time he's got, falling away, anticipates, right? And again, we could have taken this right there. He could have taken that off of the pressure, but he feels it. He understands where the opening is and that there's nobody there and when his big throw is coming there. So less time, hit the shallow. Understand the distance that you have, that feel for the distance you have to throw it. Buy yourself a little time, get the ball out. Bingo, up over the top. Getting the first down once again. All right, come on, people. Tell me you don't like that. Man, I am loving those things that he's doing. And again, you see the consistency of it. You know, if you see it once or twice and then you're not seeing it the rest of the time, maybe sometimes you say, maybe he's just guessing, right? Maybe he's just choosing that guy and he's athletic enough and talented enough to make the throw. But you see it over and over and over again. Knows where his eyes need to be, knows what he's reading, sees the body language, has a feel for what's going on around him and the throws that he can make and how much time he has to make those throws. He is playing really, really good football. Now, it's not perfect, and it never is. Doesn't matter how good you are. There's always going to be a couple plays that you don't do well or that you miss. Pressure is one thing that he still needs to get better at. So we want to see that moving forward. But the growth that he's made from last year to this year, the way he's playing quarterback, the confidence by which he's playing. But again, to me, the feel and the understanding of where he needs to get his eyes on the snap is making the difference. He's not holding the ball. You didn't see it back there. He wasn't patting the ball. He wasn't hitching numerous times to find guys. He's back there. He understands the timing. He's getting the ball out, and it's big play after big play after big play. And when he doesn't see something and he doesn't make the play in terms of throwing the ball to the right guy or making the right read, he's not making mistakes. He's not just throwing it up. He understands, okay, I'm not seeing it. Tuck and run. Not seeing it, get to your check down. He's playing really, really good quarterback, and I'm here for it.